sort of, had a bit of a breakthrough in the second half of the fight. Did you feel some of his shots as well?
There was a moment where I was like, "Oh, landed a good shot there. Be careful, Josh." But it's boxing, do you know what I mean? But it's a good hard 12 round.
Josh, what do you feel like you learned tonight going the full distance? How much do you feel you can take away from that?
A lot, man. I have to watch it back. Join V back in the States, sit down with him, see what he thought about it. I know there's work to be done, but so I'll be on it, man. I'll be on it. So it was a good 12 rounds in the bank for me.
Was Craig more difficult than what you thought he might be?
Not that. I mean, I haven't fought boxing in the amateurs over 3 rounds, but I knew this was 12, so I prepared for 12. I'm not saying I came in thinking it would be less than 12, and it went the distance, so I had to be there every round.
We saw, at the beginning of a fight and in between rounds, yourself and Craig always at the end of it, kind of looking at each other. Did you feel like there was a bit more about this fight, a bit more of a rivalry, a bit more needle in between rounds and at the beginning? Did you feel it today?
I mean, we're from around here, so I was looking at the crowd and I was like, "Oh, there's that person, there's that person." There's familiar faces, do you know what I mean? So when there's familiar faces coming to watch you box someone that they probably know as well, you're like, "Well, I want to wake up on top." And that's what happened, tomorrow night, God willing, tomorrow morning, so I'll wake up, I'll be aching, but I can say I got the win, which was the most important thing.
Virgil, what did you make of Josh's performance tonight?
I thought it was a good performance. There's a lot of things that we have to work on, but it's grit, it's determination. I think pulled through. But as a trainer, you're never satisfied. And that's my job, not to be satisfied. Otherwise, he wouldn't get better. So as soon as he gets back to the States, the fight did show me what we need to work on. I think maybe he's a fight or so away from the title. We want him to be complete when he goes for that title, not just because he's in a position to fight for one, but you just want him to be complete. And he's not far away. I think the body work was exceptional tonight. I had a few people come up to me and say they never saw him work to the body like that. That's what we've been working on. As you know, I teach body shots. And but there's some things we have to work on. But overall, we got the win, and I'm proud of his determination and his grit.
Josh, congratulations. Of all the scenario of possible future opponents which Eddie runs through, like a little shopping list, which would be your absolute preference for your next fight?
Whichever one's got the belt, I have no preference. What we heard my coach here say, maybe a fight away or just to keep learning, because you want to be as complete as you can be when you fight for it. But for me, I hear what Eddie says, I hear what my coach says. I have no preference, just whatever is next is for me to go away prepared to make sure that when the lights are shining like that, you come out on top.
That's our well-known coach. Good to see you again.
Nice seeing you.
Do you think he's ready for a Canelo or a Bivol?
I can't honestly say that right now because being at the world titles level, there's just some things I need to see. So I can't understand. But he will always be in the fight. Trust me, he's going to be there. So I'm not saying he would lose to Bivol or Canelo. I think Canelo fits at the top of his physicality. Would give Canelo fits and he would wear Canelo down. Bivol, there's some things I think that we should work on some more and make him just complete, give him the opportunity to win a belt and keep a belt, not just fight for the belt and go back down. Get a belt, win a belt and keep a belt.
Well, better be able a great fight as well. War.
Well, you want to have Burn down with you.
It's a great fight, isn't it? Style-wise, though, isn't it? It's a great fight.
Yeah, it's a great fight.
Eddie, there was mixed reaction to the scorecard. Some were saying it should have been wider, some were saying it should have been closer. How did you score it?
I scored it 115, 113. I thought that was about the right score. I felt that he had a big 8th round, Craig Richards, and I thought the 9th and the 10th was his opportunity to push on from there, but he didn't. I think Joshua won the 9th. Craig finished the fight well in 11 and 12, but I just felt that Joshua banked enough of the early rounds. 115, 113 I thought was fair. I couldn't see Craig as the winner of the fight, and I felt like Joshua deserved to win.
And that's what I'm talking about. Before you fight for the title, you want to see him close the show. Close it. 10, 11, 12, close it, dominate it. then he's ready for a title shot.
Eddie, what would you like to see next for Joshua?
Whatever Virgil and Josh and 258, you know, whatever we discuss. I mean, look, it's so difficult to get a shot at the World Championship at 175 at the moment. You know, and I'm so pleased that he took the fight with Craig Richards because, you know, not having a pop at Anthony Yard, but he was offered a lot of money for the fight tonight, and he's waiting, going to be waiting for a year or so to get the title, and then all of a sudden there could be an undisputed fight. And sometimes, you know, you rather than wait for the perfect moment, you take the moment and make it perfect. And sometimes you've got to take it. And I feel that if it's there, you know, the Bivol fight is a great fight, but also we'll see if Canelo rematches it.
Joshua, if Canelo goes down the GG route and Bivol comes up, is that something you feel you'll be ready for?
I wouldn't say no, man. That's me as the fighter, but again, let Eddie, let V say what they want to say. And whatever it is, if they're like, yep, we'll have it, I'll be there, I'll show up.
Eddie, there's always the talk about the Anthony Yard fight with British
Which one,
boxing.
sorry?
Anthony Yard,
Yeah.
there's always that talk. British boxing fans want to see it. Is that even a possibility?
Look, who knows? I offered him so much money that I thought there's absolutely no way he'll turn this fight down. And they still turned it down, and I don't know what he's doing. Like, he's just waiting for a fight that actually isn't even there yet. But that fight fills up this place. That fight is a mega fight for British boxing. But he's also had a big British domestic fight tonight. You know, you've got Callum Smith waiting for a shot at the world title as well. All these great domestic fighters waiting for shots, but Josh has come through his domestic fight, and let's see the others in a domestic fight if they want. But for me, I would like to move him towards a world championship now. It's been 6 years since he turned professional, pretty much. You know, after Rio, probably could have had 1 or 2 fights more. Got injured, you know, when he was supposed to fight Vlasov, and liked a holiday back in the early days, you know. But always because he's a perfectionist. He never wanted to take a fight 3 or 4 weeks later, or just not being ready. And you know, that's why he's moved his life out with Virgil in California, because he takes it so seriously.
Virgil, you trained many top amateurs in your time. Where would you rank Josh amongst the top fighters that you've trained?
I'm sorry?
You trained many top amateur fighters throughout your time. Where would you rank Josh in your class of pupils?
Where would I rank him? Where?
In your class of pupils of top fighters that you've trained?
I think at this point he's the second best fighter I've had. I've had some good fighters, like Amir, but you know, they weren't dedicated like Josh. I take the dedication that he gives, and that's what makes me excited for training him. So because of his dedication, coming over to the States for 5 months, that's a serious sacrifice. I even opened up my home to him, he's so dedicated. So I have him second on the list behind Andre. Everybody else I trained, good fighters, but you know, always issues. So there's no issues with him. Fighters have a lot of issues, and I don't like him. He has no issues. He just has straight dedication and determination. He's a good kid. He's a solid man, and that speaks volumes for him. That's why I enjoy having him, and I want the best for him.
Well, guys, one more because we do have to.
Did you think you had Craig hurt at any stage in the contest in terms of properly hurt?
I did, and that's why I rate him, because I had him hurt, and in my head, I was like, you're hurt, bro. But he was like, nah, I'm not hurt. And it happened a few times, you know, and with certain opponents, when I had them the way I had Spider, I said, yep, this show's about to finish. But hats off to him, he's durable. Spider was hurt, but he found a way, he gritted his teeth, he stood up, he held himself together, so I respect him.
So Josh, do you feel you did a better job against Craig than Bivol did?
For that fight, John, like I said in the other room, maybe I watched round 2, the next day I might watch round 9, round 8. I can't sit down and say to you I watched from round 1 to round 12. I didn't. So, and I've been off social media for the week, so when people are saying he gave a good account against Bivol, then Canelo did, I'm like, your opinion, I wasn't tuning in, I haven't made that comparison. So, yeah, I haven't seen a 1 to 12 comment.
I don't know if any of the same boxing, do you think Josh did a better job?
Well, I mean, it was a much more physical fight than the Bivol fight. You know, Bivol couldn't put a dent in Craig Richards, didn't hurt him at all in the fight. But look, Bivol just beat Canelo Alvarez and boxed fantastically well. All those guys. That fight, for me, tonight was good enough to be for a world championship in terms of its quality, in all honesty. And I think, you know, both guys deserve a huge amount of respect. And on that note, it's 12:30. We've already been charged overtime at the O2 because everyone went points tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, what a great performance, Joshua Buatsi.